Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Here we go, here we go.
2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Brooks. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Gun.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
On 1, ready?
Now a 2nd and 10. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here we go.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now it's Burrow. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 the scramble, and it's second down.
Two are going to try and go quickly here. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Go ahead.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to launch it for Washington. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Solo left Zion.
Tua, a final shot before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Oh, boy, Derrick Henry shaken up after that last play and in some discomfort down there. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this week 1 contest. 2nd down and 8.
Looking to pass. Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Tua. That is caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa.
Here's one deep for Pickens. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
This ball caught by Mechie.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Tua now on first down. Repeat of the last play, going to Mechie here.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Tua signaling to change things up. Henry again on second down.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
All right.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Now Tua.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there.
From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt.
And Johnson's kick is good.
And that'll bring him back within 4.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. You know, maybe it's one of those games where coaches say you can't miss your turn on offense.
I like the way you phrased it, especially with that. I love that rocking and rolling because the explosions on offense are happening. So that's going to keep the crowd going. They're loving that. But defensively, they just can't get it together to get the stops they've needed in order to help increase their margin. They've got to find a way, but you're not counting on it. That's exactly what you said. Can't miss your turn, can't miss your opportunity.
Yeah, they're going for another opportunity now.
They
lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They find some open field here. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Chase Brown, 65 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
28. Steelers 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Now it's the backup Mariota.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Ready. All right, let's go.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That last effort is noteworthy because he just passed Tony Dorsett on the all-time rushing list. Dorsett had 12,739.
Well, rather fitting because Tony Dorsett, one of his nicknames, the Hawk. And this guy just flew right past him.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll run it again with Henry. And some Derrick Henry all alone. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Derrick Henry. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Steelers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And he'll get in for the 2 points. So that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3.
Check it. Ready.
He's going to try and do this himself.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
I think this one went away very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. Rolling to his right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
That sack doesn't change their offensive game plan. They always want to air it out and try and get the ball downfield quickly. They're going to have to block a little bit better, though, because the urgency and pressure just increase. Twice the distance now just to get a first down, and one less down to try and get it.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Tua sets up to pass it. Flush to his right. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. He was out there waving his arms. I mean, you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help. I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Here we go.
Here's Brown on second down.
Now the ball comes loose.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Burrow looking to pass. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
This is taken at about the 14.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Solo left Zion.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Let's go.
Here comes 2nd down and 5.
Ready?
Mariota going to run the option right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Bengals grab it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week in practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Bengals use the big play to extend their fourth-quarter lead.
Extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Steelers 25.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
This is 1st and 10. Now Tua. That's going to be caught. It's Austin.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard
Here's Tua.
brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Here we go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go, here we go.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick 47. This one looks good as well. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Tua. He's got Pickens complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. One final try for Tagovailoa. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Well, this was not just the opener.